Meta, create ads that convert 2024. Spoiler alert, this is the most important thing. If you don't remember anything else, just remember that the creative does the targeting. Meta is basically super broad right now. Even if you choose certain interests or lookalikes, like it's going to go beyond that and essentially target a broad audience. So the way to target people that you're interested in is to make the creative resonate with each audience bucket. So the creative does the targeting. These slides were from a Meta summit that happened last year. They're doing it again, but the messaging still works. It's still the same. They're going to do it later this year, so I'll let you know what happens there. This is an example that they gave of an umbrella. So you can see here for this umbrella ad, it's just focused on price. That it's obviously you can tell that it's blue color. They have one line of text that it's compact and that it's $29.99. But I thought this was really cool. If you look here, it's just showing, because it's focused only on the price, that essentially this ad is going down one path and only showing to this green section of people who Meta thinks are potential customers based on price. So looking for a cheap umbrella, need an affordable umbrella, because the price, the $29.99, is like the focus of the creative. But then you're ignoring all these other buckets of people who could be interested in buying an umbrella, but because your ad only focuses on price, it's just showing it to this small segment. So you could come up with ideas for the ad of the umbrella for reasons why it keeps you dry, the fact that it's blue, that it matches your outfit, the fact that you have, different colors, and then you essentially make 4 different versions of this blue umbrella ad, this different messaging, and it's going to go down a different path within the Facebook ecosystem and show it to all these different audiences. So yeah, that's exactly what it is here. Creative does the targeting for additional reach, build messaging that resonates beyond what you think is your core audience. So obviously an umbrella is meant to keep you dry, but there are all these other angles that you can come up with, which would help you come up with more ad ideas. So they've even given some buckets here. So the core function is to keep you dry. You can think of some other features, the price, how you can style it. Think of your why. Like, why should someone care about your brand? Why should they buy from you? Why should they stop scrolling when they're on Instagram or Facebook? You could write 3 value propositions and then essentially create 3 video ads that speak to each value prop, similar to that umbrella example. And you can use the new Meta AI features within Instagram or WhatsApp. Also just use ChatGPT to come up, with what your value propositions and ideas are. You could also like customer comments or anything you receive back from a customer in terms of feedback and kind of use that. But yeah, this is the best way to start. This is just an example of what the Advantage Plus catalog can look like. You can add videos, you can add all this new stuff, labels, just make it super dynamic. So there's a lot of stuff that you can add to the catalog now. And then yeah, you guys know what Reels look like. I thought this was cool. 19 billion times a day some people interact with video content on Reels, which is insane. This is the partnership ad where essentially it shows your brand along with the influencer, and the same thing on Instagram. Oh yeah, I got some bonus content here. So if you have greater than 20 SKUs, you should use the dynamic catalog. It's an easy way to get creative set up. There's different functions now too, like you can have a collection, a carousel, you can add music, you can add a dynamic video. There's a lot of stuff you can do with the catalog, but it only makes sense, I think, if you have a lot of SKUs, at least 20, then you should do that. And it performs quite well. Facebook uses different signals to find people it thinks is interested in your products. Number 2, test Reels standalone placement. Basically, if you have something on TikTok that's working, just reuse that as a Reels only ad. If you don't break out Reels as a placement, it likely won't feed to it because you have all the other placements. So if you have really strong content that's resonating on TikTok, break it out into a Reels only campaign. Number 3, branded content or partnership ads. Meta will die on this hill. It's insane. They keep pushing this. It's been like the last 4 years where every meeting you go for, they're like, test branded content. So you should try it if you haven't. It's basically ads that look like it's coming from an influencer account instead of your own, instead of the brand account. There's a couple of different ways to set it up. I have another video on how to do it that walks you through it, so go check that out. But yeah, it could work. It makes the ad look more organic. I've seen sometimes higher click-through rates, better return on ad spend, so it's worth testing.